Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
Ryan Seymour, King of Comic Town here in Columbus, Ohio.
That's right, and we're here for episode 368. I'm going to tell you right now, next week's episode has already been named. I don't care.
Nice.
It's called Get Low.
Oh.
That's what we're calling it next week. Why? Because next week's episode is number 369. That's got to happen, people. You guys want to turn in? Because I guarantee I might be able to get one of these guys to twerk on camera. Guaranteed.
Okay. Dead serious. All right, this is not a joke.
Yeah.
In my youth, my 20s, before I was this frickin'
Sex puppet of a man?
oh my gosh, this Irish sex god. I used to, all right, this was a bet that I would do with exotic dancers.
Okay.
The bet was that I could pick $1 up with my ass. And I could.
You have such tight cheeks, bro?
Yeah, no, I would just sit down, clench, pick up the... yeah, so, yeah, now that you've got that in your mind...
Yeah, tune in next week, because Ryan the human grab machine is going to show you what's up.
I'm soft now. I can't. I can't. I gotta try. Every time I do, Stacey's like, "Stop! Just why did I marry you?"
She's like, "It's like this," and you're like, "Whoa,
Whoa!"
Might have to be with
Toy machine." Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Oh my god. Okay, so talking industry news, we were just talking off camera a little bit about the new Snake Eyes trailer. It's pretty.
Yeah, it looks really, really good, but is it Snake Eyes?
I don't think so.
I feel it's kind of like how I feel about, like Jeremy said about the Michael Bay Transformers movies. How I feel about the Constantine movie. Loved it, but it's not John Constantine.
It's not John, and it's not John.
So-
That's a really good one too. Like the only person or the only time frame where I feel like it was truly Constantine, like it really became that, is like at the very, very end.
Yeah.
And that's when it's like, okay, yeah, that's a Constantine type thing. This trailer is an action fest. It's awesome.
It's gonna catapult Henry into action star.
Boom.
Like,
without question. You had two potentials.
yeah, because I could see him as Namor, and the other one that I'm like super into is James Bond. Like, I think we're ready for a James Bond that isn't some white dude.
Let's go.
007 is a call sign, and then because he's Henry Golding. I mean, just look at the dude, listen to the dude.
He looks good. You know what? I want to take it to a new level.
Okay.
I want to make the next James Bond movie where it's two or more people trying to get the title.
Yeah,
Like that's like
that would be awesome.
yeah. Like it could be Henry, it could be Idris Elba, and I'd like a lady
Yeah.
in the mix, and the whole like it's like a 3-part franchise piece to see which one's going to be 007.
Because you're either gonna succeed or you might die.
Right. Somebody's got to die in the second movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one. But one of them's it's probably going to be Idris. Idris is getting older.
He is?
No diss. I love you. You know I love you. My mother still loves you. She wants to do dirty things. But.
Yeah, so does Stace. Like, watching Thor Ragnarok last night, she's like, oh, his sword is so much bigger than everybody else.
Whoa.
Once again.
What is she seeing?
I'm just more emasculated every day.
I'm sorry.
That's when you need the dollar thing.
Exactly. Like,
Just a reminder. Like,
you belong to me. That's right. You crossed the Rainbow Bridge over here. Don't you get it twisted. That's right. Yeah. Bifrost me. Yes. So yeah, that was a good one. Not too many more, huge movie things, but how about this potential acquisition merger?
yeah.
What is that gonna do for
Is there any level of stability that DC has right now?
none?
Just
Okay, here's my question though. We understand that DC is a part of Warner Media.
Yes.
But they have not specifically said that DC is going to be a part of this Warner Media piece.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that they're going to shuck DC out? And if so, who do you think are the top 3 players to try to swoop in and get it?
Disney.
Do you think Disney would do it? I've been asking this question for a while.
Imagine what they could do with the intellectual property rights and movie rights and animation rights to Batman. Like, just anybody in the DC catalog.
I'm not gonna lie, I would like to see a Disney animated version of Superman. I think like that would be the most wholesome Superman we've ever had.
Yeah, and it would be awesome.
Dang it.
But like, all right, so we got Disney,
Yeah.
but who's next? Like, I don't know.
Amazon.
Ooh, yeah,
Calling Amazon.
because they had Amazon's Prime Video,
Right?
Distribution is an ease.
It's huge, right?
Oh wow,
I got one more. This is gonna be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix. Netflix acquires DC.
yeah.
I can't imagine who they would try to get to run that, as though he is somebody who, one, has run his own comic book imprint, knows how to get from translation from comics to multimedia, and has in fact written for DC and some pretty prominent projects with them before,
If there was
and works for Netflix already. I can only think of
if there's somebody like
one
only
person who just
maybe
does all of that.
I can see him. I can see him doing that.
Yeah. We're talking about Kevin Smith. Psych. All jokes. Kevin only gets like what, 2 of those?
Yeah. No, he wrote White the Guy or White
Right.
the Guy,
So he wrote for them, but he didn't sell his comic book imprint to anybody, and he doesn't work for Master Universe kind of. Could be considered working for Netflix.
I'd be interested to see what he would do with it. Like if you put
Sure.
him as editor-in-chief.
Yeah.
But if you've got Mark Miller,
Yes.
and like because his reverence for the DC characters and
Right.
the DC pantheon,
It's huge.
yeah,
It's huge, right?
Huh.
So
interesting.
yeah, like I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying that I want to see that happen, but if it did happen,
It would lend stability. It would lend
be
it
so
some
good. It would be
so
so
much
good.
stability because the thing is, over the last couple of years, from a retailer perspective, I've had to feel so many questions like, all right, so with DC doing this, what does it mean? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know.
But like going to the right set of hands,
Right.
You're like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I trust these people.
I trust these guys. This is what could be, and it looks good.
Yeah.
So just a thought. I don't know. I don't know. I'm real curious though. So, any updates from the store? Anything that you guys are getting into?
Well, mask mandates are about to be lifted here in Ohio, for better or for worse. So with that, as long as things keep heading the right direction, let's see, August 14th is getting close.
Yes, indeed.
So that's Free Comic Book Day, and we're really, really looking forward to that and being able to have creators back in the shop and,
Yes.
and whatnot. So that's like the biggest thing
Okay.
going right now.
I'd like to speak to one of the owners of Comic Town about hosting, maybe not quite, with the Free Comic Book Day thing, but like late June, maybe in July a little bit, a weekly workshop where I come in and I use the You Create line plug to show kids how to make comics.
Yeah.
I'll do the program for free, but they got to buy the products from you guys.
Yeah, done.
All right.
I'll talk to Scott and let him get back to you.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, 100% in. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys heard that. If you're in Columbus, we'll pick dates, we'll put stuff up, we'll let you know what projects we're going to do, and you can come in for like an hour or two, make some stuff with us. You got to buy your supplies here, of course, but make some stuff, make and take. We got a maker space jumping off here.
Yep.
If you guys are watching this on the Wednesday, for myself, I'm actually going to moderate for the Afro Animation Convention, which I believe this is like a brand new thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of amazing. So if you're watching this and it's before 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, look that up. I will be moderating a fun panel, and I mean some of the folks on this panel are like insane. Like TJ Sterling, who has an amazing Kickstarter on right now, so please check that out. We've got Royce? Is it Royce Smith? I think is the animator. He's got a project out. It's pretty dope. Actually, no, it's not Royce Smith. It's Royce Atkins. That's the name I need. Royce Atkins. And if you don't know who Royce Atkins is he's a creator, creating all kinds of cool stuff, actually. But he's got a kind of a famous dad.
Really?
Yeah. So in my research, try to understand who I'm talking to, I saw that and I was like, you're kind of iconic, sir. So cannot wait. That's going to be a good time. So hopefully you guys will be able to tune in and check that out. But in the meantime, in between time, we've read some books.
Yeah.
Read some books.
Yes.
This week, Ryan went down the dark path. He chose the darkest universe, the darkest timeline.
I'm not going to say that at some point in my early formative years, freshman year of college, that I may have taken LSD
Okay.
and somehow managed to watch the end of Apocalypse Now on repeat.
Whoa.
That does not hold a candle to the... We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah. Okay, so out of everything that we read this week, only 3 are the same, but those are all reserved
Yes.
for the Acrylic. So going honorable mention-wise,
Yeah.
I'm going to let you start so I can end us on some happier notes, if that's all right.
That is fair.
Okay.
That is fair. All right, we'll kick it off with one of my favorite imprints, AfterShock Comics. This one is Cullen Bunn and Mark Torres. Phantom on the Scan #2. This is a really, really cool story. It is bleak. It's not a happy story.
What? Cullen Bunn, AfterShock, not happy?
Empty Man. So, which I read every issue of and loved. All right, so this is a story where it's kind of like Scanners, where these people with like psychic powers.
Right.
But there was some kind of event, a comet, went by the Earth, and these people got their powers at that time. I'm not thinking their powers in so much as something else.
Oh.
Like there's something even worse going on.
What?
And there might be some kind of conspiratorial sort of thing. But yeah, in the first issue, we see one of them die, like some monster thing like bursts out of the dude's head. So it gets even grosser, but the story moves along wonderfully. And oh man, the art is so
Yeah, I do love that.
so good. And the color choices, the colorist just absolutely killed it with like all the purples and everything for the
Super muted. Oh, that's
yeah,
delicious.
so real good stuff.
I like it. Okay, so I'm going to try to lighten it just slightly. Home #2. This one is from Julio Anta, Anna Wyschek. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Brian Valenza and Hassan Atsmain Alawu. I hope I said that correctly. Okay, I'm going to tell you why I had to pick this one. I read one and I enjoyed it. But I saw a lot of people felt very strongly about that first issue. It touched a button for them.
Yeah.
And they felt, dare I say, some form of offense at the book's story. They're like, oh, this is so anti-American. I'm like, it's somebody's perspective, man. Like,
Yeah, it's
like it's literal somebody's perspective. How are you mad at what somebody else experienced? Oh, wait, I get it. You think that your one experience is the totality of experiences. That would be incorrect. So, for my end, I really wanted to read this book just to support it.
yeah.
To kind of, thumb the nose at some people that just can't handle somebody else's truth.
Yeah.
This is somebody else's truth. Now, where this goes, oh my God. Okay. So Juan, this young man, is a recent, immigrant from Guatemala.
Yeah.
Powers have emerged. Things have happened. He is now on the run from, like, ICE, right? Like, trying to figure out where to go, what to do. This is a heartwarming little adventure that... And I'm only calling it that because it has, like, such remnants of Disney movies.
Okay.
Where you're like, oh, this is kind of charming. Until you realize, like, again, the backdrop of it is so daunting and horrific. This is very accessible. Like, it's something that, like, again, I want to give it to my daughter. And, like, this is somebody else's life.
Yeah.
Granted, there's a fantastic nature with superpowers, but this is somebody's life.
Yeah.
And you read something like this, and it's like, everything that you take for granted, don't. Oh, you had to do the dishes today. Oh, we didn't let you, get on your iPad to watch the umpteenth, episode of My Hero Academia. It could be worse.
Yeah.
It could literally be worse. So I think this is like one of those really smart stories that people, once it's done, it'll have a reverence for people, and it'll be one of those things that people talk about, like, yo, did you read that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did read that. It's one of those type stories. Yeah. So I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And yeah, people just need to read it. It's
Yes. Read it.
all right. From Vault, the Autumnal #7. This one I haven't reviewed for a few issues. But all right. So the backstory to this, let's give a shout out to the creative team here real quick. I got Daniel Kraus writing, Chris Sheehan artist, Jason Wordy colorist, and Jim Campbell letterer. So in this story, This woman and her daughter go back to the town from whence she came. A lot of stuff has kind of driven her there. There's no better prospects. And over the course of this time there, we find out that there's some like Wicker Man, Midsummer type, like horrible stuff going on. There's like a pact made with, I don't even know what to call the thing. I just know it eats kids.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No.
And it is so well done as like this odd combination of like Wicker Man and Midsummer with like full supernatural aspects and this very human story of this mother and her daughter trying to figure out what place they actually fit in the world and what their reality is now that they know what is really, really going on.
I love it.
The rope-a-dope that you get hit with in this issue in terms of, because this is like a big climactic sort of like, yeah, so good, so good, so good.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I still don't trust the woods.
Nor should you.
Yeah, leaves. Yeah, no, it's good. It's horror done right.
I love it.
Vault doing it.
The woods are lovely, dark and deep. Justice League 61. This is Bendis, Marquez, Von Villen. Okay, so this is a gorgeous looking book.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Really?
I'm not a fan overtly. I've invested some time. I'm not a fan of Bendis in the DC universe. There is a tonal thing that his writing does that it just does not fit well for me for DC characters. They are a little bit too, quippy with their words, and these characters don't quip.
Yeah.
Like Batman doesn't say anything pithy. Like that's not. No. Superman is not. No.
Yeah.
I will say though that there's some moments in this book that I absolutely adore. One of which I thought was such a very powerful moment. This one right here, like there's this system of thought, and then it's so very well manufactured, well thought out, and it paints that character in a light that I think is very wise.
Yeah.
One thing though that I think this issue is going to let some people down on is when they thought that they were going to get a whole lot of, oh wait, no, not that one. Get to it. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of it happens off camera.
That's one of the,
That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
I wanted that. Give me
with,
that.
With a comic, you can do that. You can do page after page after page of it, and you don't have to worry about a budget. You don't have to.
That's what I wanted, but it was kind of off camera.
Yeah.
Which is okay, cool. I will say Ram V's got a short in the back. Ram V, whatever you want. Is it Ram or Ram? I don't care. The legend.
Because
whatever you want to do, somebody give them a book.
Yeah.
I don't even care what it is. It could be, Captain Underpants.
It'll sell.
It will.
And we'll get to it. We'll get to that here a little bit later.
Won't we though? Won't we though?
All right. The last of my honorable mentions.
Yes.
And this was a tough one because it was between that and maybe something else for the acrylics. But from Behemoth Comics, hail Behemoth. Vietnam Horror number 3.
You are all for the joyous reading today.
I messed up. All right, so like I said in previous episodes, as soon as I see Massimo Rossi's name on it, I'm going to pick up the book and I'm going to read it.
Yeah.
So we got Vito Coppola also as the creative team. This is
That's good.
It's like Apocalypse Now. John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom got together and like there was like a sex-fueled evening and a child came from it, but they don't quite know which two were like the actual parents, and that's what this is. So it takes place in Vietnam during the Vietnam War, and through the course of trying to get into these tunnels to try to force out the Viet Cong, they find that there's something far more terrifying in the jungle than war. There is something really, really horrible.
Oh my God! If that's not the tagline for it, they've done a mistake.
Yeah, this thing is just amazing. It's in black and white, and it's on a newsprint paper, which really gives you this like pulp, old school, like you're reading an indie comic that you shouldn't be reading, and just oh my gosh, yeah, the monster is disgusting. Yeah, it's in the moments where these soldiers have like dehumanized themselves so they can continue doing the things that they're being asked to do. It's so
God,
yeah,
that's right.
so just really really good, really violent, and yeah,
Read that. The subject genre is action horror.
right.
There it is. There it is. Last but not least on my honorable mentions, Heroes Reborn number 3. Jason Aaron, Federico Vincentini, Matt Mila. Okay. Yo, this was dope. This was... I can honestly say, like, generally speaking, Squadron Supreme, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care. Nope, I have to rescind that. I do care. I absolutely do care. This story is absolutely fun and brilliant. Taking on, I mean, I don't know if this is like an audition or not, but like, Bendis better watch his back, bro. Like, this is one of those things where like, Jason Aaron is technically writing the Justice League.
yeah.
And he's doing it better than the Justice League is being written. It's my opinion. I'm being honest. I do.
But imagine that. Imagine Jason Aaron being given the keys to that car.
Road trip me. Like a 5-year road trip. I'm for it. Let's go.
Imagine the nuance of him writing Batman played against the absolute nature of Superman.
Yes. Without question. Yes.
Dude, oh man, like what he could do with Green Arrow.
Right.
Just the way Green Arrow's mind. Oh my god.
Listen, the way that he played around with super speed and the instance of the intelligence, but also the inconsistency of someone with super speed and what that's like for them.
Huh.
Brilliant. The way that they've tied in this like setup of Heroes Reborn and how the norms of the Marvel universe that we know and love have been integrated and manipulated by way of this. Amazing. Yeah. Amazing.
See, one of the most frustrating things for me as a retailer for Heroes Reborn is it was done as a weekly. Like had you given us 2 or 3
time.
Yeah, we could have like I ordered pretty aggressively on one, but like I would have after reading issue 1 and 2, I would have ordered more for 3 and moving on, but we had no idea.
You don't know. You don't know if it's going to ride, if people like it. This is one of those times when I almost wish Disney Marvel stepped outside of the industry norms and kind of cater to what normally would happen.
Yeah.
And say, okay, normally there is a free comic book day. I'm going to give you some sneak peek stuff. Yeah. I'm going to give you something that really lets you know, like, you're going to want this, not now, but right now. Yeah. Something. But instead they kind of played it safe. Yeah. You know, maybe there were some distribution issues. They have changed hands a little. So, all right. I get it. When does that take place?
October is the first month where those books will be hitting the shelves.
Do you think that the working staff at their current distributor is not as nice about distributing and packaging their stuff now? Like knowing that they're going away, they're like
well, that's the weird
evil X's.
It wouldn't shock me.
Okay,
but at the same time, retailers will still be able to purchase Marvel through Diamond.
Oh.
So, but like now it's comparing which company will do a better job.
Right.
Which company really wants my money. I don't know. I've been with Diamond for like 20 years. So, but
you've also been with Diamond for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the Acrylic. These were our top picks. My top picks. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of bullied Ryan into picking something here.
I absolutely loved it.
Okay, good. Do you want to talk about that one first? Let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah. Okay, this book in no way, shape, or form is for the children. It is the opposite of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Literally.
It is Ed Pescor.
Yes.
And Ed has done amazing stuff.
100%.
It has been unleashed by Fantagraphics.
Yes.
And they're doing... all right, so, like, for those of you that watch the Hostel movies, or 8mm, and you're like, man, I really, really dig the violence and the, like, other stuff, but what are the people like behind the camera? What, like, the people working the computers, what's their life like?
What's their motivation?
Red Room #1 begins to answer that.
Yes. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so Ed Piskor, it's a name that you should have known. X-Men Grand Design, the hip hop Family Tree.
Yep.
Also, one of the co-hosts of the Cartoonist Kayfabe show, which is brilliant. You should be subscribing to their channel as well as subscribing to ours. But definitely subscribing and check out some of the things that they're talking about. And what's crazy dope is Ed is really playing around with something that I think will change the market as a whole. Number one, this book has technically been available on his Patreon for months. Like 4 months. And those people that bought it, or had access to the files were so good, people actually made bootlegs of it. And they would send him some, and he loved it. Like, it's this new, I don't know, like revolution of the indie comic, but it's also like a throwback. Because this is like some dark 80s indie underground stuff that, this is so crazy for me to say this. What I appreciate the most about this is the escape from the all-ages prettiness that the MCU has established about what comics and superheroes are.
Yeah, because this is the other
end of that completely. This is dark, dank, stank, don't show this to a child, you'll go to jail. Type thing.
They have already set up an account with the Comic Book Legal Defense.
Yes, it is that level. The back cover alone is magic. But at the same time, I think like there's something very coming of age about having work like this out in the world. Like we don't have this anymore because everyone's trying to,
Can I get something written that optioned into a movie?
Yeah.
This is not going to be a movie.
Never. This is never, and it's not even supposed to. If this did get made into a movie, it would be the worst movie of all time.
I would watch it. I would. But it's just it's so crazy. It's so 80s, early 90s, indie underground.
Yes.
Like the kind of thing that like you hear one of your buddies was able to get issue 1.
Right.
You never could see it. And then issue 3, you finally get your hands on. You're trying to piece everything together.
Yes.
That's oh man.
100%, right? Now, from what I understand, every issue is a standalone.
That's from what I understand.
Yeah, which is nuts. Ed, I love you. But buddy, some of the stuff that you put in here,
there's questions that are answered. Like
there are, but why did?
And I gotta know, man. Ed, were you a skater back in the late '80s, early '90s? Because there's a reference in here that maybe I'm wrong with Gator Rogowski being in here, but yeah,
maybe. I mean, Ed is a guy that he knows some stuff, man. Like Ed is very well versed in a ton of things, and one of them is definitely the most gruesome art I think I've ever seen. In life, this is magical.
Yeah, and why I want a floor drain in my basement.
Whoa! I was so about to co-sign that before I really recognized what you said.
Hey, wait a minute.
Now you know what black, white, and red is all about.
Yeah. Oh, God, that was such a bleak read.
Yeah, it was. You want to be a little bit more uplifting?
Yeah.
Ultramega #3. Oh, so good. James Herron, Dave Stewart.
The best Pokemon ever is in this issue. Its name is Boosh. And after you read it,
you will understand. You will understand. Boosh is that guy. Boosh,
I choose you.
The mistakes were made, okay? Mistakes were made. Okay, so this is an overwhelming love letter to kaiju stories, Ultraman type, Sentai fighter type things, but just taken and twisted on its head, right?
Because you're watching those shows, and there's the monster, it knocks over a building, gets punched.
No.
But none of the actual collateral damage. This,
it's nothing but collateral damage, and to the point where how normally when the hero arrives, then the show's almost over.
Yeah,
done deal. No. Maybe the hero doesn't survive. That is possible. I've never seen outside of Indiana Jones in the Raiders of the Lost Ark, where the swordsman was all ready.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some stuff, and he gets dealt with. I've never seen a more impotent fight than.
Yeah.
And it was disrespectful, okay? That was disrespect. However, I have to give mad credit to the efficiency.
Yeah.
Like, that body structure,
That's peak performance.
that is tip top. Tip top.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
Is in this world where there's kaiju,
Yes.
but like there's not so powerful kaiju, like normal human-sized kaiju.
Yeah.
Like there's this next generation of them.
Kaijuniors.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like not as. It's so weird because it's like, where do they fit into the whole scale of things?
They don't fit well.
And
Not well at all.
oh my god! Like I want to talk about the specifics, but
No spoilers, man. We can't do it. Maybe we should create another show where we just spoil.
yeah, because
All the things.
the 2 words Kaiju Coliseum, and boosh.
Yes. Boosh. Boosh.
Yeah, it's
Oh my god.
it's disgusting. This issue was hysterical.
It
Like-
really
like,
was.
so violently comedic, so much fun. So like the deaths are so disgusting, and there's just something about that mother that
Oh, you know it's bad when mom shows up and everybody's just like, hi, sorry, we didn't mean to. We were just playing. We were just having fun. It's all fun and games till someone dies.
Yeah.
And mom shows up and you're in trouble.
Boosh.
So
like seriously,
just wait till you guys see
yeah,
it.
it's just so.
Yeah, yeah. Just wait till you see it.
All right, so this book was a mistake for me. I should have read it last.
I can see that.
Because this is one where there's some stuff that I've been really, really loving all year, but I know won't get a nod for an Eisner because it's super, super out there. With this, Many Deaths of Laila Starr, number 2, Boom Studios, Rom V, who Vic was talking about earlier. This book is so freaking good. It's like the vibe I got from Tom King's Vision, like the vibe you got from Day Tripper.
Yeah, yeah.
This is so amazing. It's Sandmanish in nature.
Yes.
The god of death has been fired.
Yep.
There has been a child born who's going to solve humanity's mortality.
Right.
You'll be able to live forever. So there's no need for a god of death.
They'll need that.
And the god of death is like, no, I'm going to kill this kid
Yeah.
and get my job back.
Exactly. Plans.
And no, like it's just so perfectly written. The dialogue, the timing, the art, like
It's
that's
beautiful. It's hauntingly beautiful.
yeah. Felipe Andrade, like your art is so good. The
Yeah.
color choices,
Yes.
with a color assist from Inez Amaro, it's just so gorgeous
It's brilliant.
and otherworldly and.
What I love is the story within the story.
Yeah.
Where, okay, there is this overall narrative of the issue. And not even talk about the series. Of the issue, there's an overall narrative. But then there's a clustered tale within that makes you care
Yeah.
so much about something that virtually almost has nothing to do
Yeah.
until it does have something to do
Yeah.
with it. Like it's so well done. This is masterful in its presentation of how to tell an impactful, dare I say, sprawling story.
Yes.
Again, this is why like the Day Tripper vibe was so real for me. I truly loved it. The ending, what a shock, but not a shock at
Yeah.
the same time.
Because as soon as I saw that panel, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Is that...
Remember what you said?
That's their chance. Like,
Amazing, amazing. And I mean, wouldn't you take it to know that you get a chance to be like, now you see how it feels.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna learn. Oh, so good.
yeah, it's just so... And like with that Day Tripper vibe where like each one is its own story, that's where we get those many... It's just so...
So good. So good.
Yeah, because I got done reading it, and I just sat there for like 5 minutes. In all honesty,
You
'cause I'm
kind of
like,
gotta, man.
what do I read next, and how will it be impacted by? Yeah, so number ones are out there.
Yeah.
They are Boom. I believe they will be strip cover returnable for Boom.
Okay.
So please hit your local shop and get them before that happens. A second print for number one was sent out to shops a week or two back. So there's also that as a possibility. Don't miss this.
Read
this.
this.
This book is so amazing.
Yeah. I doubled down on that one. I'm curious, like, do you guys curate your read list? Like, do you get books and you just start reading them? Tell us this week, what order did you read your books in?
Because that's important.
Yeah. Like, because that could create a whole vibe for you.
Yeah.
And it's really important to hear how you guys do that. So, down in the comments below, tell us what order you read your books this week. Just curious. You know, maybe you haven't read all of them, but they are stacked in a certain way that you know what you're going to read.
Yeah.
Do you start with what you really want to read first, or do you save that?
Or do you start with a vibe?
Right.
Like I don't know. I'm curious.
I know. Like, we want to get to know you. That's the way. That's the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us how you read this.
Yeah. Not like in Red Room where they find out.
They know you inside and out. And on that note, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, click that thumbs up because we need that validation, particularly after reading Red Room. Oh my goodness, Ed, we're gonna talk, buddy. We gotta. I don't know if I can buy that and take it home. I have young children at home, and I know they're gonna find it.
It's brutal.
Yeah,
it's like
that's.
It's like you gave a Cannibal Corpse album a thing of crayons, and it made a comic. Like it's. Oh.
Yes. That's exactly what happened. And if you want to get more of this goodness,
subscribe. Because every week we bring
you goodness like this, including Red. You guys don't understand. Once you see the back cover and understand that this is what we're looking at,
it's
like right now,
haunting.
it's so it's so bad. It's so bad. We're gonna have to put something on the back of this so that we don't have to see that.
Because it's just.
It's still it's one of those pictures where, like, no matter where you go, it follows you.
Yeah, the eye that's still in there.
It's so dark. Okay, and on that note, I'm gonna go take a shower. It's in the bathroom, sink, Red Room.
Oh man, there's like the thing where you can like drink the water out of the bottle, and that one's
disgusting.
Ugh.
Oh, I can taste it. Okay.